Hello and welcome to Nevada State High School's Portfolio Submission Checklist tutorial for all students. You should have your portfolio ready or close to being ready for submission. If you have any questions regarding specifics for the portfolio, you can go watch the portfolio video again. If that does not answer your question, then you should visit with an SSA, submit a ticket, or come to a study skills class. Use the guide bar at the bottom of the presentation to navigate through this presentation. Go ahead, click the forward button now to begin. During this tutorial, we will discuss the overall portfolio and what you should check before turning it in. We will also go over the portfolio checklist and its requirements. Finally, we will look at the final submission and return process. At the end of this presentation, you will take a 5-question quiz regarding this material. Click to the next slide when you are ready. General portfolio requirements. The first thing that the person grading your portfolio will see is the actual binder. Is it black? Is it in good condition? Is your name on the outside of the portfolio, specifically on the spine? Once the portfolio is open, the first thing to look for are the tabs. Do you have all of the tabs as listed on the portfolio checklist and on this slide? Are they labeled correctly and in the correct order? These are all relatively simple things to do and will give you easy points on your portfolio. Once you have these all checked and taken care of, click to the next slide. Before getting into the specifics of the portfolio checklist, you'll want to be sure your portfolio is professional in its overall appearance. Is it something that would look out of place in an executive meeting? This is a more subjective aspect to the portfolio, so be honest with yourself and make changes if needed. Some ideas that are not required but will go a long way in making your portfolio more professional in its overall appearance are listed here. Using sheet protectors for the documents in your portfolio is always a nice touch. Be careful not to put multiple documents in one sheet, as the grader will not see it and could mark you off. Neat documents with nice, neat writing also help. For many forms, you could type on them and make them much, much nicer. Again, this is not required, but can help with the overall effect of your portfolio. If your binder has a clear sleeve on the front cover, a nice, professional cover sheet is also a nice touch. Don't put all of this off until the last minute. Make sure everything is right ahead of time. This portfolio is a reflection of you and your work and attitude towards your work. You don't want to communicate the wrong thing because you didn't take the time to put this together in a professional manner. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. The portfolio checklist is your table of contents for the portfolio. If you follow it to the letter, you will be fine. Make sure you have all appropriate documents. This, of course, means you need to have all of the required documents, but it also gives you the flexibility to add other items specific to you, your situation, and accomplishments. Just make sure all the documents you add that are not listed on the form are added at the end of the appropriate tab. Required documents come first and need to be in the same order that they appear on the checklist. As discussed in the previous slide, make sure your documents are neat and clean. We want to find your information easily as we grade them. If we need to dig too much for them, you could be marked down. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. The biggest mistake made by students is carelessly putting documents out of order. Do not do this. There is a reason that we have them in a particular order. Make sure you are following that order exactly. There are a few specific things you need to watch out for. Many students use the high school transcript to prove passing state tests. This is fine, but don't hide the second page of your transcript, the one that has the scores on it, in a sheet protector behind the first page. We will likely miss it and mark you down. Also, make sure you have your college syllabi printed and stored in your portfolio. This could help you when transferring credits from one college to another and prevent you from taking more classes than you need to. The Nevada State High School tab should have your activities and lessons from Nevada State High School and forms you have submitted. Nevada State High School encourages you to keep copies of all these forms that you submit, so you have a record of submitting those forms. There is no better place to keep them than safe in your portfolio, and it's required. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. Before you turn in your portfolio, remember 3 things. First, turn it in at your assigned campus during your assigned study skills time. Second, if you have any questions about your portfolio, check the portfolio video first. Then come to Nevada State High School seeking help from an SSA or in study skills, or submit a ticket for support. Do not wait until the due date to do this. Finally, when you turn it in, sign the log. This is proof that you gave it to us. Once they are graded, you will need to come pick them up. Failure to do so in a timely manner could result in us shredding your portfolio. We cannot hold on to these forever. Please remember to pick them up. We will remind you in several different ways and several different times. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. If your portfolio is good to go, then turn it in. We went over some general portfolio information, the portfolio checklist, and the submission process. Before you turn it in, let's take a short quiz on everything we've covered. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Let's go through a couple of things before you begin your short 5-question quiz. First, after answering each question, click Next. After you've answered all of the questions, click Submit All. You'll have 2 opportunities to take the quiz. Read each question carefully, and good luck. Click to the next slide when you're ready to begin.